Good evening and welcome to the channel's studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. The 32 members of the International Energy Agency have agreed to their largest ever release of oil reserves in an effort to calm the markets. The IEA, which includes the UK and the US, will release 400 million barrels. The move comes after 3 commercial ships were damaged by unknown projectiles in the Strait of Hormuz. Earlier, the US military said it had eliminated 16 Iranian mine-laying ships in the area. In Dubai, 4 people were injured when 2 drones fell near Dubai Airport. It's the second drone attack in the area in recent days. The person in charge of the US operation says they are on track to complete their objectives.
Let me start by offering my overall assessment of Operation Epic Fury. In short, U.S. forces continue delivering devastating combat power against the Iranian regime. I've said this before, but it bears repeating. U.S. combat power is building, Iranian combat power is declining. And we remain centered on very clear military objectives in eliminating Iran's ability to project power against Americans and against its neighbors. Every day, we're striking hard at Iranian ballistic missile and drones. To date, we have struck more than 5,500 targets inside Iran, including more than 60 ships, using a variety of precision weapon systems. Just yesterday, we had strike waves nearly every hour from different locations and directions going into Iran. We also took out the last of 4 Soleimani-class warships. That's an entire class of Iranian ships now out of the fight.
The European Union and the United Kingdom have demanded that Israel halt a surge in violence by Jewish settlers against Palestinians in the Israeli-occupied West Bank that has taken place since the start of the country's war with Iran. 6 Palestinians have been killed during the attacks by settlers across the West Bank over the past 11 days, according to the United Nations. The UK said it was appalled by the killings, while the EU said the level of settler violence was unacceptable. Both urged Israeli authorities to take action to ensure accountability and prevent further attacks. Volodymyr Zelensky has said Ukrainian forces have struck one of Russia's most important military factories. The plant produces electronics and components for Russian missiles. Russian local authorities say that at least 6 civilians were killed and 42 injured from what it called a terrorist missile attack. Russia has been making slow advances in the battlefield, but Ukraine also says it is reclaiming more land seized by the Russians. Zelensky says another round of talks involving Russian and American negotiators may be held this week. A French national working for the UN in the Democratic Republic of Congo has been killed, according to the French president, following reports of a drone strike on the eastern city of Goma. 2 other people were killed in the attack, but their identities have not been made public. Witnesses say drones hit Lake Kivu and a 2-story residential building frequently occupied by expatriates and aid workers. UNICEF said it was devastated and outraged by her death and described the lady as a dedicated humanitarian who worked tirelessly to support children and families affected by conflict and crisis. The M23 rebels took control of Goma, the capital of North Kivu province near the border with Rwanda, earlier this year. An unexploded British World War II bomb in Dresden has been defused, according to police in Germany. Much of the centre of the city was evacuated after the 250-kilogram device was discovered near the former Karola Bridge, which collapsed in the Elbe River in 2024. Specialists from the Explosive Ordnance Disposal Service removed the detonator from the bomb and then blew it up. The fire brigade in Dresden said it was the city's largest evacuation to date, affecting around 18,000 residents, tourists and commuters.
Oh my God.
And severe weather is battering the United States, including this tornado in Illinois. In Kankakee, around 60 miles south of Chicago, emergency crews are still assessing the damage. The event was part of a string of severe weather that stretched from Texas to Michigan, causing the deaths of 2 people in Indiana. According to the National Weather Service, the severe storms brought rain, hail, damaging winds and intense tornadoes. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the channel's studios in Lagos.